Hello, beloved. Welcome to your message. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining me. If you were keen or interested in booking me for a reading, you'll find my email listed on the screen. I offer any and all kinds of readings, including one-on-one sessions via video call, Zoom call, Skype, as well as FaceTime. Let us begin with your message from God. Okay. So we have the world. Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have, excuse me, the Death card. Okay, Death energy. We have the King of Wands. And then we have the Strength. Okay, so with this world energy, I'm getting somebody who has been it's like this person has been working, they have been working really hard to conjure up a certain spirit here. Like, it's like someone has been working hard to conjure up a particular spirit. Okay, the world, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Death card. It's like this spirit that this person is working hard to conjure up, or worked hard to conjure up. I'm getting this happened already. So the purpose of the spirit was to cause a huge distraction. I see somebody, this spirit that someone conjured up is a spirit of intercourse, okay? The exchanging of spirits, sexual intercourse. So this spirit that this person conjured up, they wanted it, the purpose of the spirit to consume you, but it's like they wanted the spirit to have them attached to it. So when the spirit consumes you, it's basically you getting consumed by them. You are closed off to this person's energy only. It's like they have you, okay? So Eight of Pentacles, this person is like you it's like they spent 8 months straight with this Eight of Pentacles. They spent 8 months straight mastering the technique of conjuring this spirit to its perfection. So this could be somebody with Mars in Virgo. Eight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. Okay, and what Virgo represents is self-analysis and analysis of data, analysis of knowledge, okay, analysis of things. So this person was a fanatic analysis. They were conjuring up a spirit and were fixated on perfecting the spirit because of the purpose they wanted the spirit to serve for them. Okay, this person could have had a Scorpio North Node or Scorpio placement. Okay, but specifically Scorpio North Node or South Node. Okay, it's like in their ancestry lineage, I'm seeing this person, one of their ascended masters who did not complete their lost course, is what I'm hearing. They did not complete their lost course due to a conjured up spirit that became a dark cloud in their life. So this ancestor of this person with this death energy was a very dark soul, a dark spirit, someone who was very cruel and evil, someone who would be paid. It's like a paid assassin, okay, a professional killer. Back in the times of it, okay, this was this person's ancestor, and they channeling that ancestor when they're doing this. They don't even know it. That's the problem. It's like this person does not know what they binding themselves to. If this isn't clear, beloved, of what this is, let me simplify it. This is a sick spell that was placed upon you. Okay, so that's the conjuring of the spirit, and them wanting to attach themselves to the spirit, and then having the spirit overwhelm you. They want you to be overwhelmed by them sexually. This person wanted you to be totally consumed with them, their existence. It's like when this person first encountered you with this world, okay, this world's, it's like when they first encountered you, they didn't know what hit them at first, okay? It's like you're dealing with the type of individual that is very young-minded, young spirit, young soul, young heart, they have a young spiritual rank too. So this isn't to say, what they didn't work, or didn't have an effect, or didn't play a role due to them being young. The role that they played was allowed by God. Okay, God wants you to know that Him allowing this to succeed was His will. He wanted this to serve a specific purpose in your life, and not only yours, but theirs. And He wants you to take upon the fact, okay, beloved, the fact that you are not responsible for anyone's behavior and actions here, okay? Anyone who is doing anything like this is doing it out of their free will. That's what God is saying. And who they're doing it to, that's the problem, okay? So what God is saying is He doesn't want you to take on the burden of what was done. God doesn't want you to take on the burden of what transpired and what this person conjured up and what they put out and sent out to you. It's like God is saying, with this world, He already closed that portal, okay? This message is to break what happened down for you so that you understand it. You're rolling it. You know what happened. You know what was done. You know the behind the scenes. You know all the nitty gritty, okay? Let's tap back into this message. So this person spends a lot of time, okay? It doesn't have to be 8 months is what I'm getting. It could be 8 weeks, 8 days, even 8 years, This will vary for everyone. But the fact remains, they put in an effort. This person, they wanted this done, they wanted this to happen. They needed it. It's like I'm getting a sense of urgency, like as this person is like, putting in this work, as they doing this, they have this sense of urgency in their heart. Like it's like when they do this, they're doing it with passion. So God is showing me, Spirit is leading me to this person searching it started with them searching it up. For some of you, this person searched what is sex magic or sex magic, period. But nonetheless, they tapped into the internet with this world card to find out more so that they can keep on. It's like when they first searched it up, they were researching it. They wanted to know more about it. They wanted to inform themselves about it before they tapped into it. They didn't want to walk into something that they were going to feel compromised, or they didn't want to do something like this if they weren't guaranteed a succession of it, like that it wasn't going to work. Okay, because this person with this 10 of wands, this was a very heavy thing for them to do, whether or not they were in the wrong. Okay, it's like, because they were wrong, it doesn't take away the fact that what they had to do, what they did, it took something out of them. What your ancestors are saying is this person didn't know what they were doing, beloved. I'm in quotes to go again. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups first, okay? So with this Five of Cups energy, Spirit is saying that a lot of people in this person's life knew about what they were doing. 5 people, okay? Majority of 5. The number is 5. The number of the people involved, the number of people who knew, the number of people who gave them advice about it, the number of people who led them towards certain things to get, or gave them certain knowledge and wisdom about it. There were 5 in particular. And what Spirit is saying is these 5 people all had a low vibrational spiritual rank, firstly. And because of this low vibrational spiritual rank, what they give of themselves to the world is of the same likeness. It's low vibrational, okay? Because they're low vibrational, okay? So what they gave this person, informative wise, information, knowledge, wisdom, guidance, just pep talks, lies, simply put here, it was all a lie, and it was a lie in which they did not mean to lie to this person. They just were telling them nothing but falseness, because these people themselves don't know what they speaking about. They just speaking about things they've seen on the internet, things they've heard people speak about, things they've watched on TV, things they've read in books, things they've supposedly, felt, but they don't have facts. So this person, simply put, they were misled a lot as well. Like, they were misled by the people around them a lot. Like, the people around them influenced a lot of their decision-making processes and thought processes. Like, this person was codependent on these 5 people as well as the internet to give them all the knowledge that they need to make this spell a success. The succession of it took a lot out of this person. They had to make compromises, and not only compromises, they had to make sacrifices. We have the strength. So what is a sacrifice? A sacrifice is knowing it is wrong, but believing that the outcome will wash away the wrong. believing that when the deed is done, the wrong will be accounted for and justified. The wrong won't be wrong anymore. It's like that's what this person thought about this. They thought that when this spell succeeds, they won't be wrong anymore. You know, you'll understand why they want to feed you the demons. You understand why they want to bind you. You understand why. This person's thought process was very, very low vibrational. They they were way in their head, man. I think we can all see that, that this person was just, they were way in their head with this. They were too caught up in it. In every way, spiritually, the most though. This had them spiritually, like the desire to do this, the thoughts of doing it, the plans, the strategy. It's like they were controlled by all those factors. This person with this Queen of Wands, it's like the desire to do this stemmed from the desire they felt for you. This person, this is someone you've experienced sexually. And this is someone whom you've came close to experiencing sexually. And this is someone whom you've once upon a time conversated about getting sexual with them. This is someone who, beloved, you're familiar with. Energetically, it's like, what I mean by that is, yeah, with the King of Swords, Four of Wands, it's like I see that, this person, it's like they knew that what they were doing was going to be like the death of them. Like it was going to take a lot of sacrifice. The death that, this is speaking of is internal death, spiritual death. It's not physical death. Okay, for some of you, like I'm hearing 8%, it could be physical death. You have ancestors that they don't play like that, but majority, this speaks of spiritual death. And the spiritual death is the more painful and torturous one, because it breaks you down in spirit. It breaks you down at heart, at mind. So this person, because of their actions, this is what they're currently undergoing, and have been undergoing this since they started doing this, since they began, since they planted their first seed, since they thought of it the first time. It's like they signed the contract as soon as they tapped in, as soon as they Googled it, as soon as they researched about it, as soon as they had conjured that idea up within them. It's like they tapped in. And this person, when they tapped in, they did not know what they were tapping into. They were truly uninformed. All these Wikipedia's, Google searches, all these uninformed, misled priests, high priestess, fake hierophants, fake people who think they know what they don't know. Okay, this person had gathered all information from all those very, very unstable sources, false sources, and then came back with it, and then they started working on it. They took all their wisdom, all their knowledge, all that they've learned, all that they've conjured up, all that they thought they figured out. They started putting it to work now. They started conjuring up this spirit with this death card. They started taking action towards it, and they did it with a lot of passion with the strength card. It's like it controlled them. Okay, this emotion, this desire, as I said, it controlled them. This person could not resist doing this. They couldn't stop thinking about doing this. This was something that it's like they couldn't stop. Okay, when they first tapped in, it was too fascinating to stop. They immediately were addicted to it. They were fixated on it. Okay, at heart. Okay, we have the Six of Wands here. It's like this person couldn't stop looking this up. As soon as they did it the first time, what they found out about it, it's like it appeased their spirit. Like literally, how demonic is that? It appeased their spirit. The thought of them channeling spiritual sex, goddess, god energy. I'm sorry. You're dealing with a very peculiar individual. This person is strange. Okay, peculiar is strange. Let's tap in further. So, okay, we have the Nine of Wands and the Page of Cups. Okay. So this person, going back to when I said that they had a young mind, their thought process was very young too. So their desire was a very young one as well. This person was not doing this for any big purpose or bigger picture. They were doing it for the desire, for the pleasure. Okay. I feel like this person was just consumed by your energy at this point. With this Nine of Wands, it was too embedded in them. They couldn't resist you. Okay. Okay, so there's narratives I'm getting, okay, for who this person is in your reality. 58% of you, this person is someone who is obsessed and addicted and attached to your online presence. If you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, if you're on Snapchat, okay, if you're on Facebook, okay, wherever they can wherever they can watch you with this world that came up first in this reading, wherever they can watch you, that's where this person's at. For my females in this 58%, this is another female. This is not a male. And for my males, it's not a male, it's a female, okay? There is a specificity here that this person, to my female divine feminines who have an online presence, this is another female. This is with this Queen of Wands, this is another female, okay? Doing this, literally. It's like you might have felt, okay, going back to generally all of you guys, you might have felt with this Page of Cups a slight like energetic tug, not knowing why you're feeling this perfume or this arousal, out of nowhere, or this. It's like this person wanted to make you feel like their sex would be what you've always needed. It's like, and what that is saying is like this person had a lot of trust in what they were doing, because they had a lot of trust that it would work out. It's like they were trusting these resources that they had. They were trusting these people. This person trusted it. And I feel like they trusted it, because of the passion, man. So I said 58% of you online prisons. This is what's happening, to my males and females in that 58% who have an online presence. This is what is happening, but there was a specificity I had to make on the females in that 58% that this is another female, this is not a male. Okay, it's just not. So the remainder of you, okay, this is someone you met once in a public setting with this world card. It could have been anywhere. Spirit is saying with this world, it could have been anywhere, anytime, it could have been anywhere, but you met them once. This is what Spirit is saying. It was one encounter they had of you, and since then it's just like straight attached. They got your information, they just held on however way they could, and they kept tabs. They kept watching, they kept lurking, they kept stalking, they kept keeping, they kept energetically checking in on you. This was someone who would pull cards, tell me about this person's energy, Spirit. This is someone who would, dress up sexy to touch themselves at the thought of you. Like literally, this is someone who has like Mars, Mercury, and Venus in very dark signs, like Scorpio. Taurus, okay? And I say Taurus because Taurus rules mental health. People within those placements are most likely people who in their lineage have had a history of mental health issues. So they have taken upon that same form, even if they don't acknowledge it or know it or take accountability of it. It's there. It's very much there. This person lives their life in a lie, not taking accountability of the fact that they need psychological help, man. They justifying this because of their desire and their passion that they feel for you. They cannot resist. It's like this person is addicted. This is like you have become like this person's drug or something. The Magician, this person cannot stop, okay? It's like when they were doing this 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, it's something that was repetitive. So you could have felt this energy for a long time, and it might have felt like it was you. It's like the reason it felt that way, God is saying with this world, he allowed this person and this death card and the 6 of Wands, he allowed this person to have this portal towards you just enough, God didn't want you to experience them or go deep with it. God didn't want to make it deep for you. God, so this might have been just a passive energy that would come and go. Or at times, you would feel it and then you would question it, but then you wouldn't make anything of it because it's just like unexplainable. But God is like, didn't want to irritate you or bother you with that fact of telling you that this is what's happening. So he kept it from you until right now, But this is to say that what you felt was that this portal was open just enough so that this person continues to do this. Karmically, they signed themselves. It's like when they were doing this, it was like a karmic contract, Their actions developed a karmic contract for themselves. Their actions towards you, beloved, okay? This became a karmic contract. This person's free will to come at you like that, in that disgusting filth, is karmic justice due. With this full energy, something happened to this person. It's like this, for some of you, it's like 2% of you left with 2 months of experiencing this, okay, for that karmic contract to finish up and for this to happen to this person. But for the rest of you, okay, 98% of you, this already happened. This person experienced something. This was karma for them. This was why you start feeling them energetically. This was what made them stop. This obsessor of sex, this addict of spell work, what made them stop was this in specific. Something happened with this fool. Something happened that completely changed their life and their reality to something they never thought would be. So, you know what God did? So, you guys, this is heavy, you know. We have the King of Cups. This is heavy. This is sensitive. God is saying, you know, this was done in a mythological way. Like, you know, when we have mythological creatures and, like, you know, we fantasize about these creatures like Little Red Riding Hood, Snow White, and so forth and so on, Cinderella, you know. So what happened to this person, keep that in mind. Those folklores, those fantasies, you know, those characters. So what God did is, like, he commanded he commanded this person's ancestors. He commanded. He didn't ask, he didn't negotiate, he commanded, because he was sick of it. Imagine 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 days doing this to somebody who doesn't even want you, somebody who doesn't even know that you're doing this to them. You just want this to be done because of your desire, because of your passion, your lust, your addiction. That's wrong in the spiritual realm. That's a higher crime. That's like, you know, spiritual warfare against another is the first crime. You know, someone sending spiritual attacks. That's the first highly ranked crime. The second one is this, you know, spell work, spell magic to manipulate and gain power and gain authority and gain anything. It's wrong. So when God commands, it needs to be done. There's no other way. He's not listening to what they have to say and pleading, you know, they pleading for this person's behavior. God doesn't care. God said, I command this. God said, I want you to enter this person's dream state in a form of my child. So he commanded this person's ancestors to create this figment of this person's imagination, this character, this fantasy. But to make it like, it must be your face, it must be you, but in face only. And then God commanded them that in body, you must take a form of a very, like a very angelic being, but in a very, in the vibration that this person will get. It's like God had to make you look provocative, you know, so that this person experiences you like that. So what God did is, like, God commanded this person's ancestors to create you to be this figment imagination, this person dream state. This was a dream. This is what happened. They had this dream of you that God had commanded their ancestors to place upon them. And in this dream, you had to look a specific type of way. It had to be done in that way because of the purpose that this dream had to serve. Okay? So this was the dream that made them stop all of this. Okay, so when God did this, God knew that this was going to make them stop. You know, he's saying sorry to have to do this in that way, but he's saying that you are his vessel, and people, it's like you are the only one that makes them learn, you know. So he has to use you because no one else has that effect and that influence and that spiritual rank, my beloved. So what God allowed was, as he commanded this person's ancestors to devise this plan in this person's dream state, he did so with his plan. Of course, you know, he told them how this must go. So he said, I want you to depict, you know, this imagery of this individual whom is an angel, you, right, is an angel, but also a demon at the same time. So how you showed up in this person's subconscious, their dream state, you showed up in both forms. So they had experienced both of you, okay? And the first experience God allowed was the sexual one. God allowed this person to feel like this dream, it was a weird dream, like they were going to experience you sexually, but it wasn't that. It was a karmic contract being closed, and they didn't even know it because they were so lustful and addicted to you like that. So it's like God is saying this person kept this a secret, okay? It's like this is someone it's like you would never expect this. This is someone who puts on a good face, that they really serious, they really got their life together. This is someone who really knows how to play that role of I got it together, but behind closed doors they're sick. When they're alone they do sick things, and this is one of them. So this was punishment. So God, brought out the first form. So the dream began. This person's ancestors allowed this to now, manifest in their dream state at an appointed time that they were given. It began one night. So you entered the dream state in this form, with this full energy. You look really appealing, really attractive to this person. And God is saying, when the dream began, he wanted this person to think that they were gonna have the opportunity to sleep with you, and funny enough, God is saying, as soon as this person was in the dream and they felt like this is happening, in their mind, they had concluded, in this person's mind, they had concluded that if they do experience this dream for real, they will stop, they won't, they'll let it go, they'll be okay. At least they did it spiritually, and, at least they have received pleasure of it. It's like this person just really wanted this man, like King of Cups. It's like, so God allowed you to enter in that form, and to fool this person basically. So to fool this person, you had to play the role in the dream. So God allowed you, to touch each other. Like this person was really getting aroused. They were really thinking that this is coming. This is me doing this. I'm finally going to live this out. I'm finally going to experience this long lost desire. Like this person was so aroused by this, like, and it's so like, questionable to their mental health here. This person, so there you are, got, so now you guys are doing this in the dream, experiencing one another. There's only physical touch happening, nothing has happened yet. And as you guys are undressing, or this person's undressing you slowly, it's like God takes away that, and brings in the other form, the demon. So you entered as an angel and as a demon. The dark side and the bright side, the daytime, but you came in as the night, you came in as this person's hell in the dream. So as they were about to steal your spirit, your energy, spiritually, as they were about to steal it in the dream state, this person didn't even think of the consequences. That how are you doing, how is this impacting you on the other end, that they channeling your energy like this? How are you impacted? They didn't think twice about it. They just wanted to fulfill this lust. It's like this person was like, you know what, if I can't have it physically, this will do. But as they thought they had it, God switched it up in the dream, and you entered in a different form, okay? So the form that you entered in, God is saying that this person was halfway to really just releasing, okay, sexually, as you entered, and then when you entered the second time, the second form, this person, it's like they soul dropped, okay, with this 10 of Pentacles. It's like their whole body in the reality, as they were dreaming, their body started to kind of shake. Okay, God is showing me a depiction of this person shaking. It's like they were shaking in fear, okay? They were shaking in guilt, because they saw the truth. It's like, I'm getting, this person saw you, made you, it's like they saw you in the dream state when you showed up in this, demonic form, this other form that God purposely utilized to put this person in their place and to make them stop. When you showed up, God, when you showed up in the second form, God allowed you to speak, to this person, but it was not you. It was your ancestors speaking for you in that dream state, telling this person to just, man, you know, you know, I'm not about to do that, but like, telling this person that, you know what, you sick, you need help. This person, and as they were experiencing you within this regard, they were experiencing your ancestors, and they felt it. It's like this person felt like this was, man, this was something else. Like they were tapped into, they messed up with it, like literally. So now this person, when they woke up from this dream, they were in a state of panic, okay? They were in a state of panic. They couldn't think properly. They couldn't process what was happening. They were struggling. They were in a state of panic, okay? And this state of panic, it's like it brought this person a newfound revelation, and it made them kind of like, it humbled them. The experience humbled them. They had no, it took away the desire when they came out of that state of being. The desire of lusting over you, it stayed there. That demon that they were trying to attach to you, it stayed there, but it didn't go away in the subconscious. This person is still sick, they still think of you sexually. They might not do sex magic, but they do think of you sexually. This person, I don't think this is something they'll ever get over if they don't address it as a problem within themselves. This person is addicted to you, and this is a problem. They don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to look at it like that. They don't want to look at themselves in that way either. Okay, so earlier I remember I said that this is someone you're familiar with. This might be someone you know, okay? So the familiarity was the link of that one encounter, okay? It wasn't the familiarity of you knowing this person, okay? God is saying that this is someone whom you've encountered once, okay? As a stranger, as I acknowledge. And then there's another half of you that this person is addicted to you, and how they saw you, and they saw you first was social media, however way possible, the internet, okay? But since then they've just been attached. It's like, as they experienced you the first time with that one encounter, they found out the knowledge they had to find out about you. It's like when they first encountered you, who's that, tell them, do you have, what's they, and they took some pictures, and this person has just, been just doing all of this. And with the online presence, same thing. Whatever you put out, this person, man, it's like, man, it's Christmas, they just addicted, man. They just, but they will never do what they did again, because they learned their lesson. That's why it's like you were their karma to that. Like, you humbled this person. Their karma is still in the beginning stages, because this karmic contract is long, because they put in a lot of effort into this, as we said, a lot of time. And that time has to be accounted for in every way, So this person's in for a whole lot of karma, I see God breaking this person's, like breaking down this person's life. Like, they're going to feel like the odds are against them, because things are going to just start crumbling. things that they thought they had built for themselves. Because you know, beloved, I'm African, okay? We look at people who are addicted to sex as people who are cursed, okay? It's trito, okay? It's a curse to be like this. And to experience someone who has that curse, it's like it's either, you will get bound to it, or you will have a karmic contract with them, So it's like God is saying, be careful, because look at the power of your energy alone, with you just being seen by someone. Just them seeing you already, you just consume them like this. So God is saying, be mindful of what I have blessed you with, this power, because this world is very sick. I want you to be cautious. Don't give yourself to anyone if you don't know that person spiritually. Don't give yourself to anyone if you don't know that person spiritually. Don't give yourself to anyone if you don't know that person spiritually, guys. I'm warning you, me personally. Because the rank you're at right now, you cannot be doing nothing unplanned and unprotected, like, come on. You're too powerful for that, beloved. Okay, so this is your awareness. Be aware. This is your rank. You have this much power. But I know you're a good person. You do right. You understand that people are just young at spirit. They have a lot to learn. You're just a teacher, though. You're a vessel, okay? I'm being called to end your message here, beloved. This was for you. Really hope this helped you in some way, shape, or form. If you're keen or interested in booking me for a reading, I offer prophetic readings. I offer ancestral messages. I offer love readings as well as spiritual path readings. I also offer one-on-one sessions via Skype, Zoom call, FaceTime, as well as WhatsApp video call. I'm sending you nothing but love, beloved. Until next time. Bye.